Hello. Hi everyone. It's Ollie again. So I mentioned briefly last week that I'd like to make this kind of little work stream, like a semi-regular thing. So um, that's what I'm planning to do. So planning to do a stream every Friday between 4 and 6, and we're gonna. I think each stream is gonna be focusing on this prototype that we started last week. Now, if you'll remember, last week we we're working on a fixed camera game, and we made this. We demoed some of the level tools that I'm using, and we made a behavior for these zombies here. So, if I kind of move around, you can see how the zombies kind of nav to me. They can get through the door and attack me using some hitboxes. And so these animations are all kind of pre-made animations using Mixamo currently. So for this kind of prototyping pipeline, I've been relying on Mixamo like quite a lot, and I was like, how can I kind of get some more custom animations in? Because a lot of game genres that I'm interested in are like based around like attack animations. Like, um, let's quickly go to YouTube. Let me do Devil May Cry. We have a look at let's get long play. Oh, I guess this is fine. Um, so in Devil May Cry, a lot of like the design decisions are kind of based around like animations. So, um, can we get Dante do some fights? You've got this kind of Resident Evil stuff. Again, like Devil May Cry is a fixed camera game, like we're working on. Well, not fixed, but you don't control the camera. And if Dante wants to fight something, here we go. So we can see how the like the time it takes to use a stinger or the time it takes to swing your sword. That's something, and like its hitboxes, how it feels. It's all tied into animation, and my experimentations with animation have been kind of like a bit all over the place. It's been more like putting stuff into Blender, getting something rigged, and then making some basic animations in Blender and putting them into Unity. Now, obviously, I'm not an animator, so I mean that just means that my animations aren't going to be like particularly good or have like the impact as a lot of these. But I'd like to do more animation and kind of develop a proficiency for animating what I need in a prototype. And so I've been doing a bit of research this week about how I could go about making like attack animations and animations feel like I want them to. And that from there, I discovered something called U-motion. And U-motion's this it's this it's like a in Unity animation editor, and you can bring in, let's turn this guy down, and you can bring in existing like Mixamo animations and modify them on the fly. and it's got like support for like IK rigs, and it all seems quite good. So I had a small play around with the free community version, which the author has very generously put out. Um, and today, just before the stream, I took the plunge and spent the $50. How much was it? I think it was like 60 euros, including tax, um, to get the pro version. And the pro version has like IK rigs. You can import and export FBXs. So this stream's got a few goals, and let's go back to our. Oh, okay. Let's get our character out a little bit more, have a bit of a closer look at them. So my character, like, they're holding a shotgun, like a bit jank, and I'd like to kind of tighten up that shotgun holding. You see, like, this isn't even remotely close to correct. So I'd like to kind of fix that animation, and potentially I have a pistol which I imported from lowpolygame lowpolygameassets.com, and maybe we'll try and modify these shotgun animations so they're using a pistol instead. So this is going to be like, there's a lot of new stuff in this for me. I've only used this package very briefly, so I mean, hope you all kind of enjoy discovering how we use this Umotion package together. So so the first things first, the real-time CSG plugin I'm using, I had to code in a toggle to disable that window, as that window conflicts with the Umotion editor. So that's sorted. I'm just gonna put some music on. I'm gonna listen to the Ridge Racer Type 4 soundtrack today. It's like a pretty kind of chill thing, and I'm trying to like keep each stream like kind of PS1-y music at the moment. So yeah. I'm a little bit worried the stream isn't working. Is the stream working? Is there no one in chat to tell me the stream is a-okay? I'm very new to this, you'll have to excuse me. Have a look at OBS. Oh! It looks good to me. Right, so I set up a separate scene called Animation Area. And we've got our player, and there's just the shotgun attached as a child to the hand, I believe. And what we're going to do, we'll go to Window, Umotion Editor, and we're going to open up the clip and the pose editor. So I'm going to dock the clip editor in the bottom left here. I've put the audio mixer at the bottom left just so I know where my face is on stream. So this will be our animation timeline, and we also need the pose editor, I think, and we're going to dock that next to the inspector. So this project folder is a little bit of a mess. It could use a lot of tidying up. But I'm going to create a new folder in there called Umotion Anims. And I'm going to go to File, New Project, Humanoid, and we'll save this in Umotion Anims And we'll call this UMotion player, I suppose. I'll save that. So how I believe this works is you're a clip editor here. You can have multiple clips in your UMotion player asset that you've created. And you can also import clips to modify them. So we want to modify anything to do with a gun. So is UMotion a plugin? Yes, Dev. It's like a paid-for plugin, but there's a free version. So my understanding is that the free version doesn't have IK, but the paid-for version does. Like the paid-for version is about 60 euros. So I bought that before the stream. Like I'm not used to spending that kind of money on the asset store, so I'm seeing this as like quite a big investment, to be honest. So yeah, I mean, it better be good, basically, or I'm going to be pretty sad. Right, so we need to buy it with Dogecoin. There's Andre. Well, you know what? I haven't signed up to a stock app yet, but I have been severely tempted to invest in Dogecoin because, like I thought, it's on the up. Right. Okay. So we drag in the player, and it automatically creates a configuration here. And in our scene, oh hi Whitley, how's it going? How is everyone, by the way? How's a couple of people in chat? Good to see. So I believe I need to enable IK. So if I click on IK setup wizard here, and I've been informed the important thing to do for IK is to make sure that the forward is correct, and you can modify it with this. But it's actually correct, so we're just going to do that. And I don't know enough about this yet to kind of add custom IK handles. So I'm just going to leave it to the default for now and create. See what happens. Okay. And what have we got? Reference pose. Save reference pose. I think our reference pose is okay. Let's go into pose mode. And I suppose we'll just use this clip. Can we rename this? Add, duplicate, delete, and settings. Project clip. Let's call this test anim. Just as we're getting used to it. 60 frames a second sounds good. Loop clip. We'll do that. Okay. So, what should we do for test anim? Should we do like a high or like a idle to like waving or something? Okay, so we've got some IK handles here. And in our channel here, we've got FK IK blend. At the moment, if we move this, you can see how we've got like a separate skeleton for the FK. Sorry, for the IK, the inverse kinematics, and the forward kinematic skeleton still here. And you can kind of set the blend so you can have a bit of both. And I think you can modify that on the fly. So I'm going to set that to just use the FK for now. And I believe when they say channels, each of the bones is a channel. What would be a use case for that? For like IK or FK? Like, if you wanted to do some stuff in forward kinematics, you could do it. And there's situations, I believe, where... Yeah, I think... I'm not entirely sure, right? Because this is something I'm still learning. But I think there's situations where it's easier to do something in the other. So... yeah, I'm not sure. I'm sure we'll kind of discover that as we go. So I guess what we're going to do is we'll have like a suggestive kind of hands on them bit hips, and we just rotate that. Maybe move that. Oh. I want to redo that. Just move that here. Can we toggle the bones? The current bones has modifications I bought. I'll do something like that for now. And what if we kind of do... Oh, something like, we got this, I think that's for the elbow. Yeah, so that's a little awkward, but we do maybe select that again and rotate that. And starting to look okay. Looks like we need to set the IK. Oh, I bought IK blend again. What else have we got? We've got knees and feet. I'm a total 3D noob, but is there like weight painting and stuff for this model? Or would that already be done before you import this in? So this is... I don't know if this does any weight painting for you, or if you can modify the weight painting using this tool. But in general, the weight painting would have been done in your 3D package. So, and that would affect the, that would affect like what bones affect what vertices. Maybe have that a bit off. And I'm not sure what the kind of idea for the blend here is, whether we set everything to that from the get-go. Like, if can we select all the channels? Is that something we can do? I guess we do it down here. So if we select all the channels and we just set the IK blend to 1 for all of them. Can we hide? Yeah, so I think we can hide the IK. Sorry, the FK. Oh, it's already confusing. So we just have the IK on. And I suppose for things that don't have an IK solver, we can just modify. So let's use that as like a base. I'm aware we've got this gun kind of like jutting out. So how do we do that? We want to key all of these. So maybe right click here, add keys to all properties. Okay, and maybe, oh, there are unapplied modifications. Keep the modifications for the new selected frame. Keep modifications, I think. How long do we want this animation to be? Let's say like 2 seconds, shall we? And I'm going to copy all of the first frame, and I'm going to try and paste that. Oh, what is this? There are unapplied modifications. Keep the new modification. Keep modifications. I don't know what's going on there. Generate? Apply? Is that what I want? Apply to reference pose. Is that what I want to do? Apply all. Oh. Okay, this is slightly worrying, isn't it? Unapplied modifications. Keep the modifications for the selected frame or discarded them. That is odd. Okay, well, that went wrong. We did copy the frames though, so can we just paste them in? Apparently not. Let's go to config mode, and I think to solve that last time I did just save reference pose. So let's try that again, shall we? And so we'll move this up here. Oh yeah, so now this is gone. Is that what it was? Did we need to apply these, maybe? So I'll set these all up again to be FK. It seems to be okay now, right? That's very odd. Maybe that's just something I'll need to figure out. Can we rotate this? Oh. And I'll just... Pretty goofy, I think. Let's move this back down to the hip where we had it before. Like that. I think it might be good setting up a traditional kind of 3D model window, so I could kind of see all angles in like an orthographic view. So that's maybe something to do probably off stream. We'll probably hide this in a minute. We'll hide the gun so we kind of get a better idea of what's going on. And we had one foot slightly out, didn't we? So I mean, that seems pretty good. Copy that. Paste that. Oh. Paste that there. Let's save this before we lose any progress. How to save? How save? It might just save automatically, you know. Add new clip, duplicate, delete all, add animation event. So adding animation event will be for if we want to call code on a specific frame. So let's try and make this into more of a wave. So my kind of gut tells me... Oh, I think I know what the pose problem was. But let's move this kind of across. Rotate that a bit. And I think we want to like move the shoulders back to the left. Like maybe we just rotate the whole body. So how do we do that? We'll have to. So okay, we've got these muscle group controls. So can we do something like that? And then we maybe move the. Off topic, do you know the proper way to pause an ECS game? That's a good question. I don't know off the top of my head. If just pressing pause doesn't work for you, then I'm not 100% sure what's going on there. I mean, it's worth like bearing in mind they're still developing the tools. One thing I did see, which I haven't explored yet, is Unity have put out an updated version of the dots editor. So if you're interested in, if it's not working for you, it might be worth looking into the dots editor in the package manager, because it's been updated recently. So I mean, hopefully that's helpful. Okay, let's see how that looks. I mean, it's not a masterpiece, but it's not bad. I'm okay with it. Maybe we move the... Can we just move the... Oh, that's not what we want. Can we just move, like, the torso down? That's good. Thanks, Dev. Do you mean pressing pause on the player, like, next to the play button? Yeah, that's what I mean, yeah. Is it not pausing for you? If it's not, then there might be something wrong there. I don't know what that could be. Something I'd need to explore. Maybe if I just move that down and then move... Can I select both of these? Or can I mirror pose them? Let's have a look. Move one up. And then copy to other side. Position and rotation. Oh. That's not what I wanted to do at all. I'll tell you what, I'm going to add a floor in, so... That's not my problem. I was thinking more like, how do you do pause menus? Ah, well, that's interesting. You would probably... I mean, one way you could do it is you could perform a check for a pause component on your like positional updates. So you could give everything like a pause component on a button press. And then on the button press, remove the pause when you've finished. So, I mean, everything needs to be a component. So, you'd add some kind of pause component to your entity, and you'd create a system to manage that, the pause essentially. That's how I would do it, at least. So. I think about that data structure. Right, what was cool. I hope that helps, by the way, like, because I know a lot of people are having trouble with dots and DCS, and it's just not particularly well documented at the moment. And particularly in like the thought process you need to go through to kind of get your head around dots. So, yeah, stick with it. Right, so I'm going to move this torso down. And then I'm going to move the feet back to roughly where they are, I suppose. Where they were. That helps. I've been iterating through all systems and setting enabled to false. Don't know if I like doing it that way though. Well, yeah, no, I understand that. I think having a component makes sense, although whatever works for you, you know. That's pretty cool. It's quite interesting how with very simple kind of things you can make something that's like quite basic but does the job. Let's copy those frames again. Paste those in at the end so they loop. And let's turn off the display. Can we turn that off? Wire? Yeah, that's not bad. No, that's okay. I mean, it's okay for animation 1, let's say. Let's try and export that as like something we can use in game. So I'll stop that. And oh, so you've got this dope sheet view. That's a sexy wave. Thanks, Dev. It's quite suggestive. Like, I think the thickness of the character involved is definitely helping with that. So with like the curves editor, you can see. Hi Glums, how's it going? You've seen better. Oh, like that, the Glums wave. The Glums wave is known to. It's known. It is a known thing. Yeah. So this view should kind of show you like a number of things that are happening. It's just there's a lot going on there, so cannot be mastered by mere mortals. Yeah, I'm sure. Many have tried. This is the Ridge Racer Type 4 OST, which I think is the best Ridge Racer game. But yeah, really good game. Really good game. Comes. I'm glad someone else enjoys it. Like, you've got this sick ass soundtrack. You've got these kind of weird story modes that are like interesting, and it looks like it's like a PS1 game that looks amazing, but also looks like a PS1 game. So yeah, the characters are all wild. Like, they've all got like backstories about how they got into racing and stuff. It's like an adventure game, a light adventure game, but like the results of the adventure game are based on your position on the racetrack. So it's pretty cool. Right, okay. What we're going to do? We're going to get this into an animation that we can use in game. So we want to export this. So export things. So we've got FBX, but we just want to use it in Unity, so we'll use it as an anim for now. But it's good to know that we can export this as an FBX if we want to. So one thing I know is that you need to basically set a destination folder, and that's going to be where everything is saved. So we created a U motion anims folder, and I'm just going to create a folder in there called exports. And yeah, that seems good. Is that just my settings? Okay. I guess I needed to set that up before I could export. So I do file, export, current clip, Export process finished. Okay. Good. Okay, so once we're done animating... Oh, excuse me. Once we're done animating in the pose view, I think we just click clear. And that puts our pose into like... our character into just like whatever their default pose is. And I'll go to the inspector. I'm gonna duplicate this and I'm gonna remove everything. And I'm gonna hide our player. And then I'm going to... So in UMotion anims, I'm just gonna drag and drop the test anim onto the inspector. And what that'll do is I'll just create an animator and a controller. I'll need to select the avatar, which is Xbot avatar. And you can see it's just created a test controller, which just goes to test anim immediately. That should be set to loop. So if we play this now... we've got our little suggestive wave. What's going on? Oh, I didn't sort this head out, look. That's okay. That's okay. It was just an example. Right. Okay. Well, that's good, isn't it? That's like success. So, second thing we wanted to do is we wanted to modify an existing animation for the guns. So the guns are not in the correct place at the moment on the hands. So we'll go back to our pose editor. We'll put the player in. Load up the clip editor. We're in the same clip editor. So let's create a new clip. So add new clip, and we'll call this... what should we call this? Shotgun aim. I think the aim... we'll modify the shotgun forward aim. Okay. And we want to import an existing clip. Drag and drop multiple files from the project window. We'll do it through the browser. So I think what we're using at the moment is idle aiming. Rifle aiming idle. Yeah. Idle aiming. It's got a warning on it. Warning, the following bone transforms don't exist for this project. Oh, that's fine. That's fine. I'll import that. Okay. Let's zoom in on the project a bit more. So we've got a lot of keyframes there, right? Oh. Let's scrub through this. So this is just a very basic idle animation. And there's like a way you're supposed to deal with this stuff. And that's like an additive layer. So I think I need to click on this show hide animation layers view. And we've got our base layer. And I'm going to add a new layer. And it's going to be additive, and it'll be called shotgun adjust. And I think what we want to do is modify the hand. Okay. So we'll put this back onto like a solid bone style, and I guess we're using FK here. I believe you can generate the IK targets, but maybe we'll do one thing at a time, huh? So oh, my real-time CSG window's popped up again. I'll just hide that. Hands. So we've actually got like control over the hands here. Like, you can use these little sliders to modify like fingers, which is pretty cool, I think. If I put the bone style onto wire, not wire, maybe wire. Maybe we can see that a bit better. So see how that finger kind of can be modified. I guess we want that on the trigger. So can we like bring that down a bit, or yeah, maybe we just make that a bit tighter, and we bring that finger in a little bit, and bring like the hand down. So guess we rotate this. Oh, how are we going to do this? Like so. Something like that. I think I need to transforms bones. We can just hide bones entirely if we want to. That's interesting. So it's almost like the elbow needs to go back a bit more. This needs to be brought. Maybe that's okay where it is, but this hand needs to move onto like the kind of pump. So let's show the bones again. And I think we just need to. Can we nudge that? Or do we need to do like IK? Set FK to IK. Do that. Oh, undo that. Bone transform selected in the FK reg will be altered the same. That's not what we want. Options. I guess we'll do it the old-fashioned way. We'll kind of rotate the hand. That's the first thing we need to do. And then maybe we bring back the shoulder a little bit. And you like this. And then how's that looking? It's looking a bit better actually. It's a lot more like, it's actually pretty good. I think maybe we just bring the fingers kind of in a bit here. So that's the left hand. Maybe we can kind of just curl that. What's this do? Oh, that's pretty nifty, huh? And the thumb's currently intersecting, so I guess we just do something like that. I'm getting horrible flashbacks to the animation course at PCA. Well, Woodley, I'm sure you're not the only one, but luckily I wasn't involved in that. That thumb's a bit jank, huh? Bring that to about here. And this, I feel like we just need to bring the fingers down a bit, so I don't know if we can do that using this. So let's show the bones again. It's a shame we can't select like multiple. But I think this will do. I think this is good. Oh, whoops. And I mean, that looks good to me. Let's go to... Let's see what the animation's like. Because I think this should be just fixed now. Yeah, yeah. Okay. That's actually pretty nifty. Okay, that looks way better. And it actually wasn't that hard. It only took, what, like, that maybe took like 10 minutes. So that's good. Let's export that. Stop that, and... we want to rename this. It's just called mixamo.com at the moment. I guess our shotgun anim doesn't have anything in it, and when you import something, it creates like its own clip. So let's go to shotgun anim, and we'll delete that. So delete this clip. Yeah. And I'll go to mixamo, and we'll call this shotgun aim. Cool. I think we want to, like, can we duplicate this? Duplicate the current clip, because now we've got like a shotgun aim. I want to have like a shotgun aim up and a shotgun aim down, and from there, like, we can kind of do shots. And so maybe I want to rename this to shotgun aim forward. And I think what we'll do maybe is, for the second half of the stream, we'll implement some of these animations, because I don't know how interested people are in this process. I hope you're getting something out of it. But it'd be good if we could use these animations that we're making. So let's duplicate this clip, and we'll call it shotgun aim up. And for shotgun aim up, I think I'm just going to cheat and move the torso. So if I set that to solid. Oh, and show the bones. And we'll just do like... Oh. Can we do like... upper body, maybe we do like... Oh, this doesn't look good. How are we going to do this? Like that? The aiming's going to be a bit off. I want it to kind of be the same place. That seems good. We'll just use this for now, that's fine. Maybe I'm not one for details. And shotgun, aim down. Let's have a look at it compared. So if that's here, shotgun aim up. It's a bit... Is this U-Motion? Yeah, this is using U-Motion. It's using the Pro version. But there's like a free version called Community Edition, and This is my first time I've properly spent using it. Like I've spent a bit of time going over the tutorial videos, and a quick look on the community edition, and I'm just editing some animations from Mixamo, and I think that's like a common task. It's pretty cool though. I'm quite impressed with it so far. I am, just so you know, Night Elvis. I'm an animation novice, so I mean, if I can get stuff that works for prototypes, I'm quite happy. But I've heard that it's quite good. Even like professional animators find it useful for modifying clips in Unity. So that's something to think about, I suppose. We'll duplicate the current clip. And this is going to be aimed down. And we'll do the same thing where we just kind of do that. I don't know how extreme to make it, you know. That seemed good though. And so we got forward, up, and down. I'm a little bit worried about this up. Yeah, I do bring that. Yeah, okay. One thing I wanted to do was like a hurt animation. And we've got, what time is it? Let's see if we can do that in 10 minutes. And then we'll have everything we kind of need to try out our animations in game. So I'm going to go to, well, test animation's a bit too happy for a animation, so let's just create something new. We'll add hurt, or damage, shall we call it? Damage. Maybe hurt's better. Okay, so I kind of want to make something that goes from idle to like a kind of flinch away. So maybe if I just make some keys now, and then I think I want to use FK. So how do I do that again? Where's my FK config mode? Do I need to just do this again? No, that seems to be correct. Oh, it's not showing. Show both. No? Oh my. Transforms. Yeah, that'll be it. Okay. So I suppose we'll select all the channels like we did before and set the FK blend to 1. And I feel like now's a really good time to think about referencing, but we really don't have time for that. Let's just make something. We're prototyping, remember, so let's not like worry too much. This is probably, we should probably be using some kind of mirror tool for this. So if I just work on one and then copy to other side. And I guess we'll do something like this, and we'll move the leg back, and we'll bring the torso down again. So we're kind of like on the floor a bit. And then bring these back up so that it's like we've got some bend in the legs. I suppose we still want it to look like we're holding the gun, so if we go to the hands and on our right hand we just kind of like curl this up. Like, oh, yeah, curl that up, and we'll just curl the thumb, not the thumb, this finger just a bit less. We don't need to be too accurate for now. I imagine, like, if you wanted to put this in game, you'd probably put a lot of time into making an animation like this. But I'm thinking maybe we do like 3 frames, like that are lerped. So I'll copy this. I'll paste these in here, and we'll just kind of like bring it back a bit. So I'll bring the lower body. Oh, look at this. We've not used these yet. Oh, that's good, isn't it? I don't know how we resolve this, but something I'll look at after the stream, I imagine. So I just want to bring the back pose back a bit more, I think. And maybe we move the whole kind of thing back a bit more so it's like a flinch. But keep the feet kind of like pinned roughly to where they were. The hands are obviously a bit too static now, so let's move those back. And maybe we bring this one like forward a bit, just to kind of make it feel a bit different. Oh, that elbow is not looking good, is it? Let's try and resolve that a bit. And maybe we rotate this a bit and bring in the fingers. So that's left. Okay. We'll bring the hand out a bit more because it looks a bit too static at the moment, I think. Oh. Yeah, that's... I think maybe we need to make that a bit more exaggerated. Because it looked like a bit pinned in place. Oh. I can move these back here. I think I want this animation to be quite quick. Because it's like an impact, right? Okay, so let's copy these. And we'll kind of like... I feel like it needs a quick stumble, like shifting the front leg to be the back leg. I think you're right, Dev, but I I also don't really know how to interpret that in like a meaningful way, if that makes sense, because I feel like animation is something that just takes a long time, and maybe that's not ideal for like this kind of format. So I'm just gonna try my best to make something. It might be a bit of an abomination, but at least it'll be our abomination, you know. We'll just maybe make that try and move back up. And maybe oh, that's not right. We'll just like rotate that. Oh, we've really balls this up though. Move that back a frame. Like, I don't know if I've got like the patience for animating like full time. Like, I don't know if I could do it. Like, it just takes a lot of patience and a long time. I don't know if I've got that patience, you know. Maybe we like make that hand kind of like something like that. Have you ever played the game Tori Bash? It feels like animation is less fun. Yeah, I have played Tori Bash. I used to play Tori Bash quite a lot. It's like a real old, like that's like a dank hit right there. Do Generation Z even know what a Tory Bash is? Probably not, and I guess that's somewhat sad. It's still going, really? Oh, that's nuts. Glad to see the Tory Bash community is still a thing. Okay, I think this is fine for now. So we're approaching the second hour of the stream, so... oh, that's not good. Let's just see how that looks looped. Oh. I don't know what we've made here. I think it's more of like a dance move than anything else. But I like it. Well, that is okay. I'm making myself laugh a bit now. Okay, that's fine. This is our hit animation. That's fine. The latest dance move. The stumble, I guess I'll call it. Okay, done. Job done. Let's export those. And we go to the file menu. Export, and then we're going to export all the clips. Oh, look at this. Excellent. Right. I think we're ready to start shooting zombies. Okay, so we're going to clear that. That's going to be all of the animation we do today. Okay, let's try and get this in. So I'm just going to take our current animator. I'm just going to bake a little nav mesh so we can move around this area just for testing. Okay. Let's open up our animator. Right. And we want... So I put a small amount of work in to this, like, off stream. Not much, just like aiming up and down. And I think I did a few other things. Nothing major, but I made this mix tree, basically. And you can see, like, the mix tree... Sorry, the blend tree. It's got, like, aiming up and down. And that's using, like, mix-and-mo animations. But the hand is off on all of them. So now we can replace these with the animations we made together. So we want to go to... Where do we want to go? This I really need to clean this folder structure. So we want forward, yeah, up, and down. And there we go. Do the hokey cokey there. Very nice. Okay. Oh, isn't that something? And I suppose we want to do damage, so I don't have that programmed in at the moment. So we've got this lunge that's being used for zombies. It's not used in our player animator, so I'm going to rename this to hurt. And what am I going to do? So this needs to be hurt. Hurt needs to not loop, which is good. I think I need to set the loops. Oh, the loops are already set on these. Perfect. Okay, and I just need like a trigger for being damaged. So let's add a trigger, and we'll just call this damage. I suppose we could have that be a number, and depending on the damage, we could like modify the hurt animations. But I want this to happen pretty instantly. We play this. Actually, okay. It's actually not bad. And the exit animation. How does that look? I want a bit more blending between those, I think. Like, I think the more blending, the better for the jank animation we made. Yeah, that looks good, actually. I'm kind of happy with that. And the condition, we need to set that to damage. And I'm probably just going to copy this. And we're going to go... Well, we're going to save the project. And we're going to load up the zombie anim and paste in our hurt. And I'll just make some more transitions. And add a hurt damage trigger. And a condition to go to hurt will be damage is triggered. We don't have an exit time as we want it to happen immediately. And kind of go into hurt very quickly. Oh, is that working? It doesn't look like it's working, does it? Maybe the animation retargeting only works on a specific... Maybe, I'm not really sure what's happening there. Oh, it seems to be running now. There we go. Alright, good. I don't know what happened there. Anyway, damaging is working. Do you need to tick damage param on? Oh, I don't know. Like, it was just for the preview. We'll tick that on when we do some scripting, Andre. Okay. Wonder if is this still yeah, it's still Ridge Racer Type 4. Right. Okay. So let's go.